I'm Parthenon Huxley. Welcome to the second Pandemic Houseguy Show. We're going to start things off with a song from 1983. It appeared on an album called Mondo Montage, a collection of North Carolina bands. The song's called I'm Looking for a Sputnik. And by the way, that huge crowd that was in my office last time, we've got them all out of there. We are now conforming with quarantine laws. All cool. Even though you guys aren't here, it's just great to play live in any format.
Shut up and play!
I thought we had all you guys out of here.
Skinner!
We're not going to play Skinner, dude. Can somebody get this guy out of here?
You suck!
I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a love. Hey! Hey! I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a love. Hey! Hey! Everybody in the village reads the daily response to find a partner in life. 'Cause if they do, then everything will be alright. I got to find a Sputnik tonight. I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a love. Hey! Hey! Hi! Hey! Hey! And everybody in the village reads the daily response to find a partner in life. 'Cause if they do, then everything will be alright. I got to find a Sputnik tonight. I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a Sputnik. I'm looking for a love. Hey! 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 I love reading books about musicians, and this book, Tom Jones, Over the Top and Back, is one of my favorites. Tom spent a lot of time in Vegas, but he's actually from a small coal mining town in Wales. Got his girlfriend pregnant when he was 15, worked in a steel factory, sold vacuum cleaners door to door, and that guy ended up with his own TV show and hanging out with Elvis. Speaking of Tom Jones, he is part of our Mistaken Medley segment. That's where you have a song in your head and then another song butts in inappropriately and takes over. Tom Jones is joined by King Harvest and their song Dancing in the Moonlight. Check it out. We get it almost every night when that old moon gets so big and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight, dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and right. It's such a fine and natural sight, and the lady is a mine. Well, she is never in the way. She's got some. She's never in the way. Is she a dog? Always something nice to say and what a blessing. I can leave her on her own. I think we're talking about a dog. Oh, when she's okay alone and there's no messing. Well, she's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. Talking about my little lady. And the lady is a man. Well, she's all you'd ever want. She's the kind I like to flaunt and take to dinner. And she always knows her place. She's got style, she's got grace, she's a winner. Well, she's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. In the 1980s, I figured I was the only one who thought long hair on one side and short on the other was a good idea. Then my bass player, Jennifer Condos, introduced me to Allie Willis. Turned out she was the other person who thought it was a good idea. Allie passed away this year, and I did not know her well, but like everybody else, I know her best loved song. And every time it comes on, I just gotta move. Enjoy.
With your glasses?
Playing her guitar, everything's okay. Forget about the other things I should have done today. Rather play a song, oh yeah. Playing her guitar. Playing her guitar, everything's alright. Probably take this melody to bed with me tonight. Wake up with a smile, oh yeah. Playing her guitar. Playing her guitar. She gives me 6 strings and I make them sing when I can get my fingers to obey. She isn't easy. Sometimes I know I do what her guitar wants me to play. Playing her guitar, everything's on hold. I could be a rolling stone at 55 and 65 years old. Never fade away, oh yeah. Playing her guitar. Playing her guitar. Playing her guitar. Wow, this show is packed. I want to keep things moving and get to our next segment. I've asked my good friend and frequent collaborator, Kyle Vincent, to be a part of tonight's show. He's going to sing a really sweet song from the 1970s, one of his favorites, and it's just such an appropriate song for today. I want to make sure he gets in, and also we have a sponsor this time, and I want to make sure that they get their spot in. So coming to us live from his studio bunker in Massachusetts, here's Kyle Vincent.
Hello, yeah, it's been a while, not much, how about you? I'm not sure why I called, I guess I really just wanted to talk to you. And I was thinking maybe later on, we could get together for a while. It's been such a long time and I really do miss your smile. I'm not talking about moving in.
He's not talking about moving in, but I will. Move-In is America's best-selling quarantine anxiety medication. Just 2 doses of Move-In a day will make your pandemic prison feel like a vacation house. This is some good stuff. I'm talking about Move-In.
And I don't want to change your life, but there's a warm wind blowing, the stars are out, and I'd really love to see you tonight. I'm not talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life, but there's a warm wind blowing.
I can't be with my band right now, but right before the pandemic, we finished recording a new song. So I have a rough mix, and what I'm going to do next is play live guitar and sing, and mix in the rough mix of the song so it sounds like I have a band. This is called Bitter Tears. This is a place I've never been before. Head high up in the clouds, I'm black and blue, but that's not half as bad as what I did to you. My stories always sound the same somehow. Those bloody battlegrounds are quiet now. Bitter tears, I'm crying bitter tears. I've got to let them go before they drip down to my soul. Bitter tears, I'm crying bitter tears. I should have kept in touch. Instead I kept my feelings to myself. It didn't help. And now what's done is done, and I have lost the one who brought me here. You left me crying all these bitter tears. You left me crying all these bitter tears. You left me crying all these bitter tears. Bitter tears. Bitter tears. Bitter tears. What's it gonna take? How many hearts will break before we see the light? Before we see the light. What's it gonna take? How many hearts will break before we see the light? Before we see the light. How can anyone forgive if it's impossible to live? But that's all you've ever done. You shine brighter than my sun. I admit that I am weak. I feel powerless to speak, but I say this with all my love. I wish I had half your strength. What's it gonna take? How many hearts will break before we see the light? Before we see the light. What's it gonna take? How many hearts will break before we see the light? Until we see the light. How can anyone forgive if it's impossible to live? But that's all you've ever done. You shine brighter than my sun. I admit that I am weak. I feel powerless to speak, but I say this with all my love. I wish I had half your strength. What's it gonna take? How many hearts will break before we see the light? Before we see the light. What's it gonna take? How many hearts will break until we see the light? Until we see the light. What's it gonna take?